Suzuki has confirmed the 2027 Hayabusa lineup, and the news is, unsurprisingly, more about paint than performance. The legendary 1340cc inline-4 returns unchanged, wrapped in the same electronic suite riders have come to expect. Selectable ride modes, launch control, lean-sensitive ABS, cornering traction control, a bidirectional quickshifter, and anti-lift control. In an era where rivals keep piling on power figures and chasing horsepower wars, Suzuki's approach with the Busa remains almost defiantly conservative. Refine the wrapping, leave the engine alone. It is the automotive equivalent of a band playing its greatest hits instead of writing a new album. And for a nameplate this iconic, that may be exactly what loyalists want. The bigger story is what's missing from the market around it. Competitors such as the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-14R have slowly disappeared as the industry shifts toward more practical and accessible models, which makes the Hayabusa survival feel less like business as usual and more like a rearguard action. Few flagship hypersport bikes have weathered tightening emissions rules, shifting rider demographics, and a broader retreat from top-speed bravado. That the Busa is still standing, let alone still profitable enough to justify a colorway refresh, says something about the strength of its cult following, even as the segment that spawned it quietly empties out. For 2027, buyers get 3 color options split across 2 trims. The standard Hayabusa comes in glass sparkle black or metallic reflective blue for $19,699, while a special edition adds pearl brilliant white paired with a metallic orc gray and red accents for $20,399. The $700 premium for the special edition buys unique badging, a raised fuel tank emblem, a color-matched solo seat cowl, and black exhaust end caps, tasteful touches, but hardly the kind of hardware upgrade that would justify calling this a new motorcycle in any meaningful sense. This is a nameplate coasting on brand equity, and Suzuki knows it doesn't need to reinvent what already works. Suzuki's press language leans hard into nostalgia, invoking peregrine-falcon-inspired aerodynamics and calling the bike motorcycling's ultimate sport bike, language that has followed the Hayabusa since its 1999 debut. Premium touches like Brembo Stylema calipers and the motion track brake system are worth noting, and they do keep the bike competitive on paper against a stacked field of hypernaked and sport touring rivals that have absorbed much of the market the Hayabusa once dominated outright. But it's telling that Suzuki's marketing focuses more on legacy and finish quality than lap times or spec sheet dominance, an implicit admission that the Busa's role has shifted from outright performance benchmark to rolling icon. None of this is a knock on the bike itself, which remains a genuinely capable, comfortable, and characterful machine for anyone chasing that specific blend of speed and swagger. But calling this a 2027 model mostly describes a marketing cycle rather than genuine advancement. Buyers hoping for updated electronics, a power bump, or a chassis refresh will find none of that here. Just fresh paint on a formula Suzuki clearly believes doesn't need fixing. Whether that's a sign of confidence or complacency probably depends on whether you're the kind of rider who still cares that the Hayabusa exists at all.